evening. Oh, better turn that baby around. There we go. There's some light. Hopefully everyone's doing good tonight. Looks like audio and video is looking good. And okay, Andrew is not frozen.
I'm not frozen. I'm
How
good.
you-
I'm good
how
on
you-
my end.
How you doing, Andrew?
I'm here.
Way
I'm
better.
not dead.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. I'm not dead.
Last week kind of sounded it. But oh yeah, you got control? Is it working?
Yeah, I'm good over here. I'm
You're
trying
good
to
over
figure
there.
out my other
Awesome.
thing. Because now I don't have sound.
Mr. Birch is in the house. Good evening, sir.
Unless
Hopefully
it's
the
pulled back.
audio sounds good. Thumbs up
That's
would
why
be
I don't have
great.
sound. There we go.
Tonight's we're just gonna sit back and chit chat a little bit. Nothing really planned. Andrew brought his little switcher along. Cool little thing. Let's see if I can switch
Yeah,
this
still
over.
mess with it. Do I have sound now?
This is kind of a rough setup,
There we go.
and we have sounds.
This is the Blue Nami sound
That sounds great over
on
here.
just a little. This is on a 7.4 volt battery, and there's that little blue guy right there. 7.4 volt Li-ion battery. Normally I use 14.8 volt batteries, which is just a 4-cell. This is just a 2-cell, and yeah. The only reason the decoder will handle a 6-cell if I really wanted to, a 30, a close to 30 amp, 30 volt battery, but the motor that I have in this will not. We found that out the fun way a couple weeks ago at the train club, and yeah, it was fun.
Literally smoked it.
Yeah, but it's all just tied up right there, and they've got the decoder glued to the top. The speakers all the way in the front, and it eventually the battery will fit in there too. But I've got all the space in the world inside this little tiny motor compartment. But yeah, we found out what happens the hard way when you overvolt a motor for too long.
What did you have the voltage on?
It was.
You were running track power, weren't you?
No, I was running 14.8. I was running 14.8 volts on a motor that's rated for 12 max.
But it was scooting.
Oh, it was going. She was going real good until she wasn't. If you guys ever want to know what the inside of a DC electric motor looks like, put twice the voltage to it for
Well, yeah, it ran for good
20 minutes. 20, 30 minutes under load. It was coming around the corner and it was blowing a little bit of smoke, and I took the cover off, and yeah, the top of the cap was squishy. Yeah, it did. It did. But thankfully, I figured out that these motors are the same motors, the same size motors. I don't know if they're the same exact motors, but they're the same size motors as in a Kyosho Minis RC car.
Mm-hmm.
And I happen to have several of those hanging around my house due to my other expensive hobby. So I may play with some higher kV motors.
Don't mind me for a second.
Stealing my mouse.
No, I'm stealing your mouse.
But yeah, Sean's stealing my mouse to do some stuff to make things happen, and I don't know what he's doing. Am I on? That's what it was at, wasn't it?
I'm not 100% sure, but you are on the e-meet.
Am I not fuzzy now, guys? Can you see me? I can
rolling.
see me. What?
Oh, the rolling on the video.
Yeah, that's the flicker in the lights.
Yeah, I was going to change the frequency, but
oh
well,
stuff happens.
It'll work for
Sean's a magic man. But yeah, so I've got several of these little motors. So I may same voltage, but just higher RPM per volt, so lower turn count for any of you guys who know anything about electric motors. But yeah, Is
Let's see if we
anybody
get
going to Overland Park in June? Well, I'm not.
Overland Park.
There's a train meet and the N Scale
Is that
convention in
Kansas
Overland
City?
Park.
That's Kansas City, isn't it?
It's a good question. I don't know.
I want to say it is. If that's the case, I know the guys want to with the N-Track group, the Des Moines N-Track.
Yeah.
They want to get a van, or
There you go.
throw a bunch of guys in the car. I don't know. I like to be the one in control of driving. I make a bad passenger.
Yeah, I get you there.
It is.
I am too. I hate sitting. I hate sitting with nothing to do. It drives me nuts.
No, I gotta look this one up. Overland Park. I want to say it's.
So what's everybody been working on this week? Overland Park is south of Kansas.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm assuming south of Kansas City.
Yeah, that was my guess.
Uh,
I've not been working on anything. I've been sick and working.
Well,
I've been sick and working. Yeah.
well, we know you're sick.
Yeah. Mentally unstable.
But it's all good. We're all here. It's what makes the world go round.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been for me. It's been a busy
You've
week.
been busy. You've been had stuff going off the door left and right, all to the same place.
Yeah, that's the one thing we have. There's a club in Colorado that's just starting up, and they've been dealing with HO, and they wanted to get into the N-Track, and so they all grouped together and they did a big buy and saved a few dollars, and yeah, matter of fact, just shipped out their first part of their order. Oh,
You've been working on that Canyon mod.
Yeah.
I need to get over. Again, I haven't even had time. I have not. It's weird. I haven't opened YouTube in like a week. I need to get over and just like follow my people.
Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm not.
Well, you haven't been. I shouldn't say that. That was kind of wrong.
I haven't been feeling well, and I had to clean my house today to look for a snake.
Let's see if I can find it again, because I had his video up for last week.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? It's
You showed it last week, or did you show it just Wednesday?
or Wednesday, I
I
meant.
think you just. I thought you showed it Wednesday. Again, I listen while I'm working. I'm there in ears,
so
not
you
eyes.
haven't even. You just heard about it. You haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't even seen about it because I wasn't watching.
And you know what we have is this magical thing called OBS Studios. Let's see
You
if
have
I
a
can.
button you can push.
I have a button I can push. Look at this.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, that thing.
I like the black. I like the black.
Exactly. And he did the concrete just right.
Yeah. No, that looks nice. Can't wait to see what it looks like when he gets all the scenery around it done.
Yeah,
really cool.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And I still have a couple modules. So if you do purchase this, well, not the module, but the bridges, if you do purchase the module, just say, hey, toss in the bridge, and I'll send a bridge with it.
I don't doubt anything you do, Chuck. I've just come to trust your judgment on some things. Train World. Who uses Train World? You.
But yeah, that one turned out really good.
Yeah, no, it's looking good. I can't wait to
when he gets the canyon.
I can't wait to actually see it and follow along with it.
So you did
when
this
I get
right.
unbusy sometime in September.
So I like the coloring. I'm kind of curious to know. Hey, Chuck, what color is this?
Hey, speaking of Kansas City,
I'm liking this. Do what now?
I said, speaking of Kansas City.
Oh yeah, we have Kansas City right behind Andrew. That's been the latest one. There's been some really cool activity on that one.
Yeah.
A lot of BNSF.
Cool. Bean sniffers.
Bean sniffers. There we go. Hey, I'm getting the hang of it. We're getting better at this every time.
Slowly but surely, he won't
Every
need me
time.
anymore.
There's no,
Gray
it's
primer.
just
Hey, if
gray.
it works, it works.
Yeah, I mean it gives the impression of concrete.
Yeah. Ooh, primer might have that texture too, especially if it's a self-etching primer.
Yeah,
It'll give that little bit of texture, so it'll seem kind of
no, yeah, not so smooth or flat.
yeah. It won't seem like perfectly smooth.
Or like that filler primer,
Yeah,
because that's kind of
yeah,
chunky.
yeah. You can make anything work if you try hard enough. Dude.
Now, Andrew's stuck with the Eiffel Tower next to him. Yeah, that's the first time you've seen that. What do you think?
I think it's cool. It's absolutely massive, but I think it is amazing.
And believe it or not, it's 2 foot shy to be in scale with N scale.
2 foot shy for N
I-
scale.
To make it right.
So it's accurate for New York. So it's accurate for Las Vegas.
Yeah, actually, there you go. I never thought of that.
It's accurate for the Vegas one.
How big is the Vegas?
I think it's like third scale.
It'd actually be a little bit bigger, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the one in Vegas is third scale of the regular one. Don't quote me on that. I'm not from Vegas. I don't know anything about Vegas. I don't like Nevada because it's expensive.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever been in Vegas, it cost me $175 in the airport, and I never left. And that wasn't even gambling. They have these stupid little vending machines that you can buy Legos from. Don't get stuck in the Vegas airport for 4 hours. It's expensive.
I never, that's a slick idea. Actually, have a vending machine with Legos.
It's so cool. They've just got like 4 or 5 of the same set backed up, just like a regular vending machine. Then they've got they've got like little $5 little polyethylene bag sets all the way up through, like the $120.
Oh, really?
500 piece sets, and they're no more expensive because it's a Lego product.
Right.
It's no more expensive than it is if you go to buy it from the Lego store or Target or anywhere else. Because little did you know, Lego is actually price. What's the word I'm thinking of?
They locked their price.
Yes, price locked.
Makes sense.
The vendor can do sales, but they are not allowed to raise the price higher than what Lego would charge for it in their store. And if they get found out, they actually get blacklisted and don't get to sell Lego anymore. I know too much about Lego too. Another one of those stupid things that, yeah.
Not just trains.
Another expensive hobby of mine.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, that's a fun thing. Like we did the single Lego module for T-Track, Robert's module.
Yeah,
and that's a kick in the pants.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
Oh, which I got to find out if we have a meet tomorrow or not. I think the Des Moines T-Track has a show at the library.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Check into that.
Fair traded. I'm assuming that's what it means, that everybody has to be at the same price. Thank you, Barry.
Huh. The Legos were for Andrew.
I wish.
Oh.
See, this is the problem. I can click on stuff, but then you can click on stuff, and it just. No, I don't want to click. I want to be able to read, just not touch. I should stop touching.
No. I'll go for it. Now, this is the first time we set up. EV Mux is working.
I'm as a collaborator, not just as a extra camera thing.
That's how it should have been.
I can click on comments, and I can
finally
read comments, and I can do the pro scene giveaway shit if we decided we wanted to do that again.
Hey, do I have that set up here?
I don't know. It says it over here on mine. It says pro scenes giveaway.
Oh, let's see. Interesting. I don't see that. Oh, giveaway right there.
Mine's set up differently because my screen's smaller, bigger, middle.
It kicks you offline too. Interesting.
Oh, it does. Weird. It is a learning experience.
Don't mind us.
Just playing around.
Okay, how do I get it off of there?
Oh, I don't know.
There we go.
Is the Eiffel Tower in? Now I want to know.
Have you watched classic model trains. So this
Classic
gentleman,
model trains.
this
I
gentleman
think
bought.
so. Is he the guy that like fixes all the old school like Tyco
I
and
think
like
so.
three rail and stuff?
I think so. Yeah.
Half scale.
He bought a layout, an old club layout for
Okay.
$1,
Okay.
and he's been doing a video on it, and he's starting to set it up.
Okay.
And talk about, oh, I wish I had the space to do something like this. Let's see if I can get this to.
The Las Vegas Eiffel Tower is 540 feet tall, which makes it half scale
Oh, of the original.
of the original in Paris. It is half scale, not 1/3.
Okay.
So this is too big to be in Vegas, but not big enough to be in New York.
Well, that makes sense. Not New York.
France.
Paris.
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 Be weird if it was in New York. They already have the Statue of Liberty. They don't need something else French.
So check this out. He has acquired all these modules. Well, they ended up cutting a lot of it, but it's mostly a modular layout.
Yeah.
And he's reworking it to fit into the side shop, I think is what he said.
Okay.
But
reminds me a lot of our G Scale club. There was an HO club here in Des Moines or close to Des Moines. I don't remember exactly where. But we had a club here locally-ish that decided no longer wanted to be a club, and they had this really cool traveling HO scale layout, and it was gifted to Central Underground Railway Society. And we have 4 of the corners and 4 of the corners of 2 of the straights set up in the front end of the. That's what our little HO scale layout is a donated club, former club layout. And there's a whole bunch more pieces to it. I'm just not sure where they went or what happened to them. I think they're in the club trailer or one of the club trailers, or they got given to somebody. I don't know, but they're on these big, cool rolling racks, and it all mods together, and it's all really cool.
It's in a nice location.
But yeah, it's in a. But yeah, so we were gifted it, and it is up front, and it gives our club members something else to run if they are scale confused, and yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever make it up on a Sunday between noon and 3 to Merle Hay Mall, when you walk, well, you can't miss the big layout because it's in your face as you walk in the door. But if you go just to your left of the door, you'll see it tucked in the corner, and you can actually see it through the window.
Yep. And then on the opposite side of that little HO layout, we have a Proto 48 little scene of a little logging camp that was done by one of our former members long time ago. That I think he passed away, and his wife donated it to us, or he got moved into an old folks home,
This
or they
is the one
moved
that's
into
on the
assisted
wagon
living or something. Huh?
This is the one on
the
the
thing on the
cart.
baggage cart. We also have this really cool baggage cart that was donated to us, but it's sitting on that baggage cart, and you can see it. You can really see it really well from the outside of the storefront through the glass, looking at it. And it's Proto 48. It's not. I mean, it is O scale, but it is the O scale of O scales.
True.
It is. Yeah. It's got like code 83 track. There's a couple of shays that go with it that are 100%. Well, they don't function, but they're it's. If you want to see some super detailed modeling, I'll go harass Sean to get some good video shots of it. And
I need to do that next time.
We'll maybe show it sometime.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna harass you. Go take some good video shots of that thing. There, I harassed him.
Sunday.
Merle Hay Mall. Yep. We did it again.
Go for it.
I'm used to being the producer, man.
It's all you.
Merle Hay Mall, northeast Des Moines, right on the split between Des Moines and Urbandale. I think it's about a mile south of the 8035 interstate. If you get off on the Merle Hay exit and head south, you can't miss it. It'll be on the right-hand side. And then if you enter in the main mall entrance and you start walking back towards the food court, you can't miss us.
Yeah, we're in between is it Fritz's and the food court?
Fritz's.
Or not Fritz's. What's the name of that movie theater?
Flicks.
Oh, Flicks. Fritz's.
You got to go underneath Flicks. I did, and I can't talk.
Oh, I'm throwing that up on the screen. Hey, that's under Klondike. Oh yeah, because
why is that under Klondike?
Because you're the
oh, so it's throwing it up
with my name,
with your name instead of mine, even though it's whatever.
It is that's EV Mux.
It's your fault.
Actually, not, because
you said
Ryan and Dave and those guys go through it. So whenever Ryan would type something in, it would show Dave's. So
yeah, Merle Hay Mall in Des Moines. It's other than Jordan Creek, which is over on the west side, that has way too much money being thrown at it. It is really the only surviving mall left in Des Moines.
Well, we got
kind of sad to say.
Jordan Creek,
which is the one out in West Des Moines that has all the money being thrown at it, because that's where all the hoity-toity Uber
that's
money people go. And then there was Southridge down here that got completely gutted, and most of the stores got turned into open air.
Yeah, my old store is part of the parking lot now.
Yep. Your little store and the carousel and all of that got gone.
That is gone. That was sad to see it. For me, because that's where my computer store was, and my gaming store. But they got a lot of space though there.
Yeah, every time you start talking about that, I need to be able to push a little button, and the little rainbow kind of comes across the screen that says "Story Time with Sean."
That ain't happening. No rainbows. Sorry, guys.
Okay, a little train. I need a little train that comes across and stop, like the top or bottom of the machine or the screen, that says "Story Time with Sean" in 4 or 5 little cars. That'd be so cool.
No, the train part I could dig. Yeah. Oh, this is okay. EJK train form.
Okay.
EJK, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't they out of Ames?
EJK. I think so.
See, I did not.
They're either the guys up in Ames or the guys that Ben is part of down south. Doug Murdoch. Nope, that's Ames. I'm friends with Doug.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
I need to harass him and get him to watch this stuff.
Mr. Elliott stopped by today. It was a cool visit.
I think that's Doug. Yeah, that's Doug.
And I didn't even. I kind of heard of these guys, but not a lot. And then he started explaining it to me.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get up there this summer to check out what they're doing. But they're
like, his name's Doug Warren, not Doug Murdoch, but same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's the same guys.
He's playing with live Steam here. This is what I'm digging.
See, you do that out back. You just get a little live Steam oval, and then in that live Steam oval, you put your G-scale layout, and then you just have your big live Steam going around, keeping the dogs out of your G-scale.
Yep, you could do that. Scare them off. No, they'd chase it. They would chase it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This engine up here on the hill, don't you have a model of this one?
That one? Is that Wisconsin Central?
I think so.
I don't know.
Because isn't that one of the local switchers?
No. I've got a model of Iowa Interstate. That's not Iowa Interstate.
Okay, that's what it is.
I've got a G-scale model of Iowa Interstate 702, SE35-2, 38, SE38-2.
Yeah, I caught this out of the corner of my eye. It's like, yep, Iowa Northern Railway.
Is that what that is?
That's what that one is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, the colors just reminded me of one of your engines.
Yeah, it's weird. I've never seen that one before. It almost looks like a BSV, Boone and Scenic Valley locomotive.
Yeah. What do we have next? Our friends from down under,
Australia.
Melbourne.
Down in Australia, eh, mate?
You know what's cool is to
You're
see
gonna
the
murder me.
standards.
Yeah.
You know, we could take our modules and plug in with theirs.
Oh,
No problems.
that's the whole point of T-Track.
I am loving it.
I love how they put a grader in a gondola instead of on a flat car.
Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, good point.
There's a tractor in a gondola. But before that, a couple cars back, there was a scale trains to the Wisconsin Central. Okay. I've actually got a Kato, excuse me, right there. See, there's a road grader in a gondola. But I've got a Kato SD40, I think is what it is, in HO.
Okay. All right.
For Wisconsin Central. It's at
Okay.
the mall right now. It's at the club. We just never run it. It's only DCC. It's only DC. It's still a really cool locomotive. I only paid like $20 for it.
Nothing wrong with DC at all.
No, nothing at all.
Let me switch this back over. Hey. There we go. Oh, what do you have there?
Toys,
Toys.
drunken things.
So
Nunya.
Nunya FB. See, I had the opportunity of showing this off Wednesday, and Andrew hasn't seen the changes to it until just a little bit ago. Oh, did you grab the second door from out in the shop?
No, I didn't. I left it out in the shop. I'm just playing with the current door that we have. But that's not going to work that way. So I need...
So, there we go.
a little bit of this. A touch of tape makes the medicine go down. Name that movie. Or the spin-off thereof.
Over table. Hey, the over table's working.
Cool. There. That did what I wanted it to do.
Yeah, I don't think they've seen it without the box on it. So that'll give you a good idea of the truck itself from the top.
So this is the truck itself. This little tiny guy comes with stake beds that goes all the way up to here, across the back and front. It's got a little PCB that controls everything that you can plug in, whatever. I'm actually going to take that out and put in one of those little tiny boards. And then, yeah.
So are you using HO for that one?
Yes,
HO decoder?
this will be an HO decoder. So that will get that done like that. It will get a 14.8 volt battery tucked. Oh no, I can't put it right there, because if I put it right there, then won't be able to see through the window. So we'll probably get that tucked right there. And then in the back of it will be, in this, I have a little speaker, a little 2-inch round speaker. That will get put in the back in a little baffle.
Oh, you're not leaving it in the grill?
I mean, leaving it in the grill.
The speaker. Oh, never mind.
No, I'm gonna leave that speaker in the grill, but I'm talking about in this.
Brain fart.
Yeah, I know. Nothing new.
Geez, thanks.
Cheesesteak. What about cheesesteak? There we go. Battery tucks up nice like that. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. So the battery will tuck up nice like that in the back, give plenty of traction, and then I'll have a little speaker in a little baffle box right here pointing this direction. And then it's harder to show from the side that I was showing it, but I will actually have both doors kind of cracked like this to emulate a sliding track on the inside. I may have one cracked. I may have both cracked. I don't know. but I'll probably have one crack to the back on one side, one crack to the front on the other, and then
Your sound will travel through that really nicely.
it'll kind of create its own little baffle box, already being baffled, but it should echo really nicely and be nice and voluminous
Bassy.
and bassy for what it is. And it'll get a rail bus. Yeah, it'll get a rail bus sound system file loaded into it. And then I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to red stain the doors and the main body so that it looks like it's been painted red to match the cab at one point. And then some of the verticals and some of the select boards, I think I'm going to go in and double creepy. I think I'm going to go in and actually paint them, nice and solid red, like the truck is, to show that they've been replaced. I'm going to paint them solid red to make it look like they've been replaced at one point or another in its life. And then some of the verticals I may just stain to make it look like it's just naked wood that hasn't been replaced yet, or been replaced but not painted yet. And then they make this really cool, what is it, like 400 grit, 600 grit sandpaper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut that into little strips and use that as like a tar paper roof for this. And lay out a tar paper roof on it so that it looks.
That's going to dress it up a lot.
Like something that would have probably been on it for a low-speed vehicle back in the late 20s, early 30s.
Or was it? When did they come out? 1920?
I think 20s.
In 20s? I was thinking 18 for some reason.
Yeah. And then Sean's going to give me the files, and I'm going to...
You haven't swept the floors yet in the shop. What do you mean?
Yeah. I gotta vacuum. I gotta do my chores.
Lordy.
Sean and I are going to do some donkey trading, and he's going to give me the files, and I'm going to attempt to turn this truck box into a 30-ish foot boxcar type deal. Maybe.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah. Eventually. Somewhere down the road. Like I said on Wednesday, eventually.
Oh, I forgot my... You know what?
What?
Talk about something new. Where'd I put it? I got something new today. Came in the mail.
You got another new thing that you wanted to talk about, that blue Geary thingy behind you.
Oh, the inserter.
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even show you this one yet.
Oh, is that the new
Circus
car? Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Every now and then, you stumble across good deals. And I missed, he had two cars. And on one of the cars, it was, wrong end. It had the two, what do you call those carts where they had the animals in it?
The wagons?
The wagons, kind of like the wagons over there. Okay, it was two white wagons on a red car.
Yeah.
And then he had this
on a red car.
$35 a piece. Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't get to the wagons fast enough, but I got to this fast enough. And it's a car that I don't have. What I am doing is I'm slowly building up a G-scale circus train for the club, or to run at the club. I mean, when the kids come in, why not? And the tech part of it, I want to do a soundboard with animals,
Mm-hmm.
I can get my son to sound like a chimp.
Do like an Arduino.
Yeah, that would work. Arduino and some small speakers.
Yeah.
Now, and even this, I don't know if it's the right one though. It came with a little horse. And it is
Is that the horse car? Or is
it's the horse car.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it is the horse car.
Oh, better yet.
Metal wheels.
Metal wheels, steel wheels.
They're Bachmann metal wheels, but they're metal wheels nonetheless.
Oh, I don't have to replace them. That's the best part.
Yeah.
But it did have one broken piece on it, and it's that spring on the bottom. but that could have happened during shipping.
Oh, the spring that keeps the coupler centered.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you're going to cut those off and put KDs on them because the Bachman couplers suck.
Yeah, they do actually.
I'm
But,
slowly converting him to use actual real couplers instead of dealing with the garbage that come on his cars.
But I mean, they work for while I have them. But yeah, I mean, that's a good looking car, I think.
Yeah, they're not bad.
No.
In large scale, I would actually take the hook and loop couplers over Bachman couplers. Like
Okay.
for all you N scale guys, I equate those Bachman knuckle couplers to the old Rapidos or the horn hooks.
That's a good way to a good example.
Those Bachman couplers are basically the G scale version of the Rapido coupler.
Yeah, I'll be pulling my
They work, but
you have to keep an eye on your train.
Yeah.
You definitely have to keep an eye on your train because my coal cars will separate on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
They just get a wild hair and
except for that one that I put a KD on. Imagine that.
Yeah, that one's holding. But
it's a beautiful car. Roof's a little shiny.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking on dull coating it.
Yep.
Take some of that shine off.
Just
Excuse me.
tape off the rest of the car though, because the rest of the car would have been kept clean. But the roof, they wouldn't have gotten on the roof to clean the roof. They would have cleaned the sides and the ends of the car and the trucks of the car, so that would have stayed clean. But the roof would have been dull and dusty and weathered and.
So yeah, now what do I have? I have the elephant car. I have the horse car. I have 3 flats. One with an organ. One with 2. Animal carts. Yeah, both lions.
Yeah.
There's 2 more carts at the club, and then I've got the not the coach car. It's the combo car.
Combine. Yeah,
combine. So the train is slowly taking shape, but I figure this is one the kids would just love to see.
Yeah, we had a LGB version of the club owns the LGB version of the circus train. The Bachman ones are Emmett Kelly Jr. Circus.
Yep.
And the LGB is Wilson Brothers Circus. The club has the entire Wilson Brothers set, and we did. Do we still have the circus set up on the table?
Yeah, we have it's a merry-go-round, a Ferris wheel, and a tent.
Yeah.
And some animals on the side.
So we've got a little circus set up, and we used to run the LGB circus train a lot, but then we ended up having people that just wanted to run their stuff, and so we took it off, put it away.
See, now I like what Chuck has to say. I agree with Chuck.
Right, but what did we find out about the 3D printed couplers that I've been printing? If they get any kind of slack in them, they disconnect.
They do come apart.
Which kind of sucks.
Well, that's easy. It's going to kind of redesign it a little bit.
Yeah, put more of a curl on the hand.
Let's see. Who else do we have today? Today is just it's an easy going day.
It's a BS in video.
Let's see. It is. It's just. Oh, okay. Army trains. You haven't seen this one yet.
Army.
So this guy he deals with the GI Joes. But they're 3 and 3/4 inches tall. So they're too tall.
Yep.
But he's using
like 7 foot tall for G scale.
He's using them for photo ops. So and it makes sense because what he'll do is he'll take the soldiers and stuff and he'll set them closer to the camera, so it gives the illusion it's the same size. But let me switch this over here. Maybe if I can find. There we go.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about doing this with Robert. And of course we're building up. We're prepping the ground right now for the Garden Railway, but this would be awesome. This would be so awesome, being able to print the tanks and the Jeeps.
Yeah.
I stumbled across a couple of really nice Willys Jeeps on the Maker World for who does Maker World? Is that Bamboo?
Yeah.
I think it's Bamboo.
Yeah.
But there's some really nice Willys Jeeps on there I want to do.
Yeah.
And it's the right air.
There's also a Revell Revell makes some really nice 1/24 scale models. The plastic model kits that you can put together.
I
I've got a couple of them. I know you can print
I
them.
want to put these to work.
I know you can print them, but at the same time,
Not everybody has.
You print them as a puck.
Yeah.
Then you can't mess with them.
Yeah.
These ones you can actually put the wheels at a certain angle and fiddle with it and mess with it. And I keep forgetting that it's only like light outside still. I forget that we're an hour and a half earlier than we normally are.
Yeah. Yeah, because normally we were doing this at 8.
We were doing it at 7:30
or 7:30.
They were doing it at 6.
Look at the engine.
Yep. U-25B, Aristocraft U-25B, painted up for U.S. Army, and then I think he's got a troop car, box car, and a caboose.
This is where being at the right place at the right time. I think he said he paid $300 for that whole setup.
Wow,
that's
that
what
is
I
a
was
damn
saying.
steal.
Just the engine alone.
The rarity of the engine, yeah. I mean, Aristocraft U-25Bs are not worth their weight in plastic, but
this one here, if this is factory,
it is.
Hey, it's done.
I love the little song it sings you. Oh, he's got a flat car too.
Apparently, it had tanks or something on it. You said,
possibly. That's a Kalamazoo flat car.
Yeah, that's a fun.
No, that's a Dalton flat car. Never mind.
That's a fun train. I'd love to have something like that to pull around.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, I played a lot with the Army men. Little plastic guys and firecrackers.
What the fudge? Why is there?
What is
with that track right there?
It's like dual scale. It's G and then also O.
Okay, but it's tubular.
It's like the Lionel.
That was weird.
That's the first time I've seen it was on this video.
Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird track.
Let's see if I can. Oh, where do you have it? Right here.
There. Whoop. What is that?
Yeah, because it looks like
okay. Yeah, it's got a third rail down the center for the O scale, which then it has it jumps from 3 to 5. So your G would just be using the 2 outside, and then your O would be using the 3 inside. Okay.
So you could be running like a narrow gauge.
That is weird.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen track like this before.
That is absolutely weird.
But yeah, I'm glad I stopped to watch this. It's just, and it's right in the air. 1940s is what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. They also did that Army scheme in a critter. The RS3 basically nose and cab.
Okay.
And then it's got a little plate on the back. I have the Santa Fe black and white that are really cool. Not very well. I mean, they're not powerful for what they are, but they're a lot better than your little 25 tonner. I'll give you that. But yeah, no, those little Aristocraft critters, if you can pick them up, they're decent little runners once you get them re-greased and the wheels cleaned, and they can pull 3-4 cars on flat level track. So they're great for like a starter set if you don't have very much space, and they were meant to go up against like LGB's little 040 starter sets.
Right.
And again, they do about the same thing, but they're really cool little guys. Really easy to modify, fun to paint.
Yep, and then we got one more we're going to show off here.
Wiring nightmare. Oh, the scale? Yeah, I'm sure.
Oops.
Sean's dying.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm my throat's got real scratchy all of a sudden. Oh, what was the name of this one? It's the Lindbach 009 compact model railroad. Can't even speak now.
What scale is that? 00?
That's HOE.
HOE.
Ho Hoi.
H-O-E.
It's narrow gauge.
Oh, okay.
HO3.
Oh,
Or-
okay.
But I just saw this and I just love how he laid it out.
That's cool. Obviously European,
Yes.
highly British, probably. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. Not much for tech today, though.
No.
Oops.
Well, what were you printing?
What was I printing?
Yeah, what were you printing?
Oh,
And then show off your little blue thing. Or I can talk about your little blue thing.
oh, the insert, the insert inserter.
Yeah, the inserter.
It's still nice and warm. Okay, this is done on the bamboo.
Oh, is that buffers?
Buffers.
Buffers.
G-scale buffers. Oops. Hopefully.
End of track device. Call it that.
Oh shit device if you hit it.
Yeah.
Let's see how well this cleans
And
up.
oops, I'm fired device.
Yeah, that would be one that. Have you seen the videos where they're testing these?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool to watch.
Yeah.
Let's see what-
Slamming trains into them at like 10 mile an hour and watching them slide back. And then the very last one is it plows two of them into another and then shoves both of them into a light pole or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are wicked. Or that poor lady that that's another one. But the lady that ran into the station, the subway, she didn't slow down in time, and she literally blew right through it, and then ended up going up the stairs a little bit.
Oh, I didn't see that
You
one.
haven't seen that one?
Uh-uh.
Holy crap! I'm pretty sure she's no longer employed.
Oh, I'm sure.
But it looked like it was the end of like a New York station, or
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure it was New Jersey
Yeah.
because it was underground.
New York, New Jersey. Who knows? Probably Chicago.
It could have been
Boston. It's over
Boston.
in Boston. I don't even think they have an underground. I think they did at one point, but I don't think they do. I think they had the startings of one. Like they had a bunch of tunnels dug and a bunch of other stuff, and then they determined that buses were cheaper.
See,
Excuse
it's
me.
like California. You know, I missed it when they had all the trolleys and stuff, and then
Yeah.
I move, and then they start working on all the metro rail or whatever they call it now,
Yeah. The light rail.
the light rail. Okay, this
Denver has a really big light rail system too.
is that the one? Do they also have the one in the airport?
Yeah, Denver's got a really cool light rail system just in the airport itself.
See, I'd go there just to ride it for fun.
So if I remember right, the Denver light rail system isn't even rail. It's actually automated buses, automated electric buses that run on tires that are kind of guided around a track, kind of like the Disneyland Autopia cars, where you can only veer so far left and right. But there's the center rollers that kind of keep you going the same direction that you're supposed to do. If I remember right, the Denver bus system actually, it's like quarters of an inch that they can go left and right just so that it does it. But it's electrified and it follows a track, and the left track is say positive, the right track is negative, and then the bus is like computer controlled, basically DCC, but on grand scale with thousands of volts. Don't touch it might hurt.
It's actually it's low voltage, but it's high average.
There you go. Don't touch it, it'll still hurt.
Unless you need your heart restarted or stop, one of the two.
But that's how they get away with doing it without any drivers. Is it's all computer controlled, automated buses.
Check this out.
That is cool.
I just need to. I don't think I have any G-scale track down. Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I haven't even test fitted this one yet.
Let's see if I can stand up.
Because my goal was to get a few of these. Burn all.
Dusty.
So if I can just. This is the fun part. The print looks really nice.
Say it looks like it turned out really cool.
Yeah. The pain in the butt is just getting the supports out. But
That's
in
the
the
way it
long
is with
run,
anything.
oh, that just slid right out. I spoke too soon. Oh yeah, those just popped right out.
Yeah. Put it on a piece of tractor. Use a tractor, shove it through.
I should have, because they just slid right out like it was nothing. If I accidentally did. But there we go. Look at that. And whoop, I should have done this in a different color. Let's see, does it fit?
Do it in brown.
Oh, and it just fit perfect.
Ooh, do that out of some of that wood PLA.
Oh, that'd
you
be
can
cool.
stain it.
Yeah. Yeah, the first time I printed this, and you saw it, it just finished up. Let's see how well it.
Dude, that's awesome.
It just literally snapped right. Oh, it's pretty snug too, but it slides just like the real one, and it won't come off.
That's cool.
As you can see,
I need to print up some of those for my my basement layout that I have, because I've got a whole bunch of. I've got the little half moon wheel chalk stops, but those would look so much cooler.
Oh, that's simple. It took an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad.
No,
An hour just to do this?
I need 4 of them, and I could print all 4 of them at once on my
Yeah, on your Neptune?
on my Neptune. I could just print all 4 of them at once and just be done with it.
I wanted to do a real quick one just to see how it turned out before doing multiples, because I think I want like 4 spurs or 4. Yeah,
4 sightings.
4 sightings.
Yeah.
And drop these on the end.
Yeah, that'd be
paint
cool.
them up and weather them.
No, I've in my basement. I've got a little Inglenook, just little 3 spur with a passing sighting built into it, just for some variety on one wall in my basement that kind of bumps into a little bump out. So it worked out perfectly, because it just most of the room it's 8 inches off the wall, and then it bumps into this little bump out perfectly, and it all fits really nice, and I can reach all the way back and get to any cars that derail and whatever. And so it's a fun little switching layout to mess with. But yeah, I think that's what Sean said he wanted to do for his N scale shelving layout too, because he wanted to make that floating. Excuse me, I'm burping tonight. He wanted to make a floating N scale layout that doesn't sit on its own shelf, but is its own shelf. And he showed me the brackets tonight. They're actually really cool. He's just trying to figure out how to design it to where he can mount the brackets and then just slide the modules over it. And then if he wants to take those modules somewhere else, he can just slide them back off. And that'd be really cool to do. But yeah, my G scale one, I've got it all ballasted, and I've got the track down, and I've got a couple crossings kind of here or there, kind of spread out, so I can have a little bit of noise with it. And then I've got some building facades.
There I am.
Because the back track is right up against the wall, so I've got some building facades, like a warehouse, kind of roughed in. I just made out of some cardboard, and just literally cardboard cut out in black paint, and it works for like loading docks to spot cars at. And yeah,
that the shelving parts, that's going to be a challenge. That's going to be a fun one to get together.
I think it'll be easy. Those brackets are plenty strong.
The brackets are heavy, but yeah,
two brackets is like 3 pounds.
They're not light, but I think it's going to do the job. I wish I remember who. It's not my idea. Well, I was wanting to do a shelving layout, but I was just going to use those L bracket shelves you just put on the wall and put a board on it. But this way, yeah, you can use the what are they called?
The hidden shelves?
Yeah, the hidden shelves.
See, you keep telling me you only want to do it on like a 12-inch. I think it'd be really cool if you do it on a 17-inch.
Deep?
Do it on a 17-inch deep module.
Okay.
But then you put but you do it just like a regular module.
Okay. And
you put the 2 through tracks up against the wall.
Oh, that makes sense.
So the side closest to you is the side that's normally far away from the people viewing. But you need access to all those switches really easily. So that's why you put those facing towards you, and then you keep the what's running through
That BNSF.
UP mixed
Oh,
goods.
that's UP.
Yep, UP mixed goods. So you have access to all your switches and stuff that you normally need access to for switching, but then you can stage, another train behind it to get a little bit of texture on the
hiding it.
background.
Gotcha.
You
Now
can
you
stage a train on that dead track.
With 17 and N scale, you could do a tight radius too.
Right. If you wanted to do like a full 3/4 industry or something.
Because I'd love to do it with at least a 6 foot long shelf.
Right.
I was thinking 1 foot by 6 foot, but that'd work too.
Yeah, it sticks out a little far, but those brackets you have are plenty sturdy.
Oh yeah.
And then, like I said, if you wanted to, you'd have that dead line on the back that is still technically wired up. So if you wanted to, you could take that whole switching layout out and plug it into somebody else's mods
and run it just like a T-track module.
Yeah, you'd run it. You'd pull it out as like a double and a triple, or 3 doubles, or whatever that just go ABC, and then you can connect that into somebody else, to a larger layout, and then the way I'm doing it on the one that I'm doing with the double and the triple that I've not worked on in a few months, I actually have the main line. I know Kato switches are power diverting.
Right.
So if it's switched to the main, there's no power going off into that diverting leg. But just as an extra precaution, I have it isolated from the switch.
Honestly, I think that's a smarter way of doing it.
Into the layout, just in case that Kato switch decides it wants to short.
Yep.
I actually have the rest of the switching area completely isolated.
Because I noticed on my long stretch, if I accidentally, if I just throw one switch, by the time the engine gets down to the end, it starts lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
You can see it's starving for power.
Yeah. But I think that'd be really cool to do. Or I mean, you could even do it on a 14 if you wanted to. It's still plenty of depth to play with.
Yeah,
on 14.
14, but I do have an idea for new 17-inch modules, for the simple fact that, unlike here, you wouldn't be able to use the 17-inch.
Right.
But if you
notice, you've got 14-inch corners, but if you got 17-inch corners like most clubs run.
Exactly, and that's what most of the clubs are running now, are 17 or even 19-inch corners. So why not go that extra few inches to a 17-inch deep module versus 14? You'd fill in that space behind it, and it'd give you more real estate to build on. So I mean, it opens up so much.
Yeah.
Right down to doing like a pizza box mini layout, and then you can have your 2 mains plus.
Exactly. You could do like what I did with my little thing, or Jimmy's triple from a few months ago.
Yeah.
You could easily do that, to where that's a self-contained loop, and then you still have your 2 mains that come off of that, and then in that self-contained loop, you could put that double crossover.
Yep.
Yeah,
it has some. Yeah,
so you could switch from that central loop onto your main and go from there.
So literally, and that's the other thing is running ops. You're gonna even have more fun running ops utilizing one of those too.
Yeah,
you can put in different industries,
right?
And also, when you pull it off, you can still have it its own entity,
right? Yeah, that was my whole point of building mine. Like I was building it so I could mess with it without having to have the whole layout set up. Because who knows, I'm going to have a whole layout set up.
Yeah, eventually. But you can have a whole layout in just one little spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works pretty good.
You got 10 minutes. Talk about your little blue heat press.
10 minutes. Oh, my inserter in my
unless you want to save that for Wednesday.
Well, this is tech, and this is a little tech.
I think it's cool.
So when you're 3D printing bigger pieces and you want to attach things to them, glue is okay for a lot of things, but if it's mechanical, well, you use these little inserts. Well, actually, not too bad. Okay, but to get the inserts in, usually you'll use a hot soldering iron. You'll push it into the plastic, it melts the plastic, And when it cools down, it sets itself in place, and now you can put screws through to hold whatever you're mounting to it. But instead of doing it by hand and getting the chance of getting those inserts at an angle, I went ahead and printed one of these. We talked about this on Making Up As We Go, Ryan Ballard on Saturdays, as a matter of fact. Here's a little plug. And this is all 3D printed.
That's how you do that.
Well, yeah, you have full control.
Yeah, I forgot that I could do that. I was trying to do it on the OBS thing, and I'm like, it's doing it on. Why is it not? Oh yeah, because it's a completely different thing.
It's another added feature.
Producer for the loss.
The nice thing is with this, you don't have to worry about putting your inserts in crooked. So you take your piece. Let's say I wanted to put an insert in one of those holes. I would put it on here, and then literally you just set your insert in and you'd be done. Guaranteed to be straight. It's a cool little tool.
You could probably also change that chuck around a little bit to fit one of those little Dremel. You know how they've got the Dremels that have the, like they use in nail salons where they turn the Dremel on and they've got the whole little loopy thing, so they're not dealing with the whole motor end. You could probably change that end out to hold that little motor end to have
a mini drill press. That would actually work. This one has little inserts on it to accommodate different sizes.
Yeah.
And like my Dremel, my rotary, it would actually work.
Yeah.
That's a slick idea.
I've got one of those little Dremel little extendo snake ends, and that's what I was thinking about was just a little micro drill press.
That would work really good, actually.
Yeah.
That's using the noggin.
And you could probably make that. You can probably make that arm longer and shorter, depending on what you needed. And
I'm missing the space. There's supposed to be 2 spacers on it to hold it in place. Yeah, it's a neat little piece of tech.
That's a cute little thing.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, it's all 3D printed except for the iron.
Yeah, that's what drew me to it when I first saw it down here. Was holy crap, he made something.
It's been
he made something else.
Yeah, I don't spend as much time down here as I would like.
Spends too much time outside.
It is what it is.
Even outside in the shop.
In the shop. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Dungeon's fun though.
If you're not in the shop, you're not making money.
That's true. That's true. And in order for me to have fun with my trains and stuff, I have to make money. I gotta find a way to pay for it.
Yep.
So I'll work it. I'll earn it.
He'll do it to it. It'll get done.
Amen.
Amen. Question for you.
I might have an answer.
You don't need my truck here to do the.
No.
Are you done designing stuff for that box other than that door?
No, it's all yours now.
All right. I might take that home and get it all wired up and
go for it.
Give people a taste of what it sounds like next week.
If it sounds anything like that little engine, it's going to be cool.
Oh, I know, it's going to be so good.
That's going to be cool.
No, I'm excited to get that engine fixed, get a new motor dropped in that, and get it all wired up and get the battery. I gotta get an on-off charge switch, and I gotta figure out what I want to do. I gotta get I have to at least get an on-off switch, and then figure out a way what I'm gonna do to recharge this battery, because it's just an Amazon special, and I don't.
Is it a LiPo?
Or
NiCad?
It's a lithium ion.
Oh, lithium ion. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. Where'd my other little blue one go? It's in here. It's the exact same style battery as this.
Okay.
It's a lithium ion battery. It's just 2 cells instead of 4, so it's only half the voltage. Because 15 volts burns out that motor. 7 volts does not.
Yeah, but I won't scream around the track.
I know. It doesn't need to. It's just a little shunter. It was doing pretty good with 4 cars, though.
Yeah,
I had four empty 3D printed logging cars that Sean had printed out for one of our guys.
At first, it did but
yes.
I love it.
Growing things.
I love what he did with this to make it work.
I turned it on. I had it set upside down. I turned it on and got the wheels to start spinning just ever so slowly. And what's a traction tire if not just hot glue? So I just took and I put a hot glue. I just ever so slightly just put a bead of hot glue all the way around both the drive wheels,
And it worked.
and it went from not pulling at all to actually decently pulling okay. And that's with no extra weight added in the bottom of this thing. And the guy who I got the directions off of on Thingiverse added like 2 pounds of weight in the bottom of his to get it to pull.
Yeah, and yours
So-
isn't even there yet.
Yeah, but it's a fun little.
Yeah, it was funny because we were talking about traction tires or finding a way to put one on, and he comes out and throws it on the track, and he's pulling 4 cars, no problem.
Another thing you could really easily do is take one of those really wide tan rubber bands, like one of the newspaper rubber bands, and trim it down, and then just a couple dots of super glue around it to keep it from slapping. And that would also work for a traction tire for something like this.
I mean, the whole idea is to do it affordably.
Right.
And
Well,
that
everybody
definitely did it.
I guess not a lot of people get newspapers anymore, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Oh, yeah. Number 4 Cato can be either isolated. Oh, talking about the
the
bracketless
turnouts.
shells. I completely forgot about. Yeah, talking about Cato turnouts. Yeah, I guess for a switching layout you could use number 4s.
They're tight, but yeah. Well, yeah.
Right, you could use it, especially if you're talking tight radius corners in there for just using a little shunter.
Yeah.
You know, you could really easily use a number 4 off the main instead of a number 6.
It's not like you can take a 6-axle engine and
Yeah, you're
Put it
not
in.
you're not
You're
going to take a
using-
pair of Gevos in there and
No.
switch out
that's
2 box cars.
it's either shutters or smaller engines for that task.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd work. I don't have any big engines at the moment, anyways.
You don't have any big engines for my butt.
No,
How many 6-axle diesels you have over there?
just a couple. 2, right? No, 3.
I think 3.
Yeah, the
4.
BNF, the 2 large BNFs.
Yeah.
BNF, the
You
Beaner.
got, you got the 2 large Beaners. You got a big Santa Fe,
Oh, I got that UP in.
and then
Didn't
you
I?
got that other one, and then you got that E unit.
Now you're gonna make me look.
I think you got that E unit over there too.
Why am I ducking?
I don't know. 'Cause
1, 2. Oh yeah, I do the Santa Fe. You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. But the other BNSFs are. Oh no, is this the UP? No, Western Pacific.
Yeah. And then I think I've
So,
got another
yeah.
one on my house that you have me looking at.
1, 2.
Yeah, I've
3,
got
4.
one of I've got your E unit or F unit. It's an F unit.
F unit.
Is it an F unit? No, it's an E unit.
It is me.
It's a 6-axle. It's a 6-axle Santa Fe passenger streamliner. I've got it in my house because like
Okay.
they put the trucks on backwards. Remember the molded in side steps
Are
are
messed up.
supposed to fit into the truck in a certain direction, but they're not fitting in the truck in a certain direction. Like they put the truck side frames on backwards.
Okay,
Remember?
vaguely.
I completely forgot about it until just now thinking about it, but it's sitting in my house on a shelf.
You know me and my.
Just-
Well, it's no
Just,
different.
just
than-
like your little white LGB stains that's sitting up there on your shelf. I know.
I have your Napa here.
I know. You'll get my Napa done about the same time I get that other one done.
So yeah.
It's trade for trade.
So what I got to do in order to get any of my stuff back is I have to finish.
To get your stuff back.
Yeah.
Like you're holding it for ransom.
No, we're missing the whole. And
Yeah,
this
we're
is
missing
the
the whole
observation.
platform. Yeah.
But I was wanting just the basic on here. No, I want to come out for a large observation on the back.
He wants to make me the Surrey with the frill.
Yeah, well, like how it should be.
The Surrey with the frill on top.
Yeah,
Again, that Revell
nice
Jeep
car.
that I was talking about earlier actually comes in the kit. It also comes with the supports to put the little frilly top on. Comes with the hard plastic frilly top, or if you want to do it the military style, it comes with a 20mm cannon that you can mount between the
Oh.
seats.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
That
kind of
would be
cool. I still haven't built it yet. It's sitting in a box. I wanted to build I've got 4 of them, I wanted to build them and put them on flat cars
Okay.
to pull around. But
Well,
Yeah.
on that note,
we've been
We've
hour
been-
and 10 minutes.
yeah, we're over our mark. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And on that note, because my bladder's doing some funky stuff tonight.
Better you than me.
Too much tea. You know, you got control of this just for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh,
Ha!
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5
It's
minutes. What do I gotta do for 5 minutes?
like- well, you can kind of. Whoop, I'm off.
Oh, has anybody got anything fun coming up this weekend or next week or anything? Because I'm this weekend I'm spending out with my kids. My stepdaughter's at home. My son's home for his weekend here, so I've got nothing going on. We're probably going to play D&D instead of mess with trains. They're not really into big trains, but that's not my fault. That's theirs. It's their fault that they don't like trains. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on this little guy a little bit. Yeah, I have nothing going on this weekend. It's kind of nice. A really busy week. Nothing going on. Digging holes and building walls.
Oh my gosh. It's like back in the days when you drink a beer and
It just runs right through you.
yeah, except now it's tea for me. But actually I cheated for the first time. I bought a 6-pack of beer and it took me a week to go through it, but
Are you feeling okay? Who the hell are you?
I know. That's rare.
You drink as much as I do some days.
I
which is
very
not at
rarely.
all.
Yeah, it's very rare. But sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we hit our mark though.
Yep.
So this Saturday, our Ballard Designs. Come check us out. I'll have a link down. Actually, on my Facebook
Oh, it
page.
is Meeting Club Sunday, isn't it?
You'll be there, aren't you? Won't you? Well, just for a
Yeah,
little bit.
I guess I'm gonna have to be.
Nice thing is, you're just down the street from there. Come in, say hi, listen, and go.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. I guess I can't fake sick if Mark's been watching and knows that I'm not.
I haven't seen Mark on
Mark
tonight.
hasn't been there either. What the hell, man?
I know.
Quit going to your gun club.
Oh, there he is. Mark's on.
That's why I knew that there was a meeting on Sunday. Because he posted.
Oh, okay, I got it. I just saw that. Yeah, I'll try to be there on time for a change.
I'll be there eventually. Some point, maybe.
But
Maybe I'll bring some toys so that Ward can get mad at me for not working on his.
On that note, this Saturday, tomorrow night, if you want to check in with anything CNC.
Oh, it's a bird.
Yeah, some flew past.
There's a bird.
Oh, I see him. We talk about lasers and 3D printers and routers and all the good stuff. Come hang out with us. That's 7:55 Central real time. Mark's busy. It's good to see you on here.
Busy with his pew pew club.
That's where he's at.
I don't know. I know that's where he's at some Sundays.
I used to be heavy into that until I had the kids, and
Yeah.
all that went into my lasers, and I'm glad I did it. But yeah, and anything? Nope.
If you got trains, run them.
Yes.
They
Yes.
don't do anybody any good if they're in a box.
Nope. Can't show
Even
them
if
off.
it's just back and forth on a shelf.
Have some fun. Be a kid. Well, be an adult. But have fun. And on that note, next Wednesday morning, late morning coffee with Klondike with moi. And hopefully everyone's feeling good next Friday.
I got one final question. What's everybody's thoughts on this a little bit earlier show versus the 7:30 show? Does anybody have any yays, nays? Preferred it later? Preferred it earlier? Just curious on if anybody's got any comments on it. We'll wait a minute and get one more minute of view time out of them while they're contemplating on texting or not.
Great idea.
Cool.
Yep. This works.
Yeah, we figured start a little bit earlier, that way we could get back to our families a little bit before bedtime, and maybe everybody else could too.
Amen. And on that note, everyone, have a good weekend.
Yep.
You know, give the ones that you love a hug. Be kind. Stay on track.
Choo choo.